Hello and welcome back. In this practical walkthrough, we are going to implement the keylogger client rat, which is this one over here. So in the solution rat keylogger, right click on it and then scroll down and click on add new project and select C# Windows, select console and select console app.NET framework, click on next. For the project name, we will call it keylogger client rat. Make sure the location is rat keylogger and then click on create. Go and download this file from the resource section for this lecture and then copy everything and paste it and overwrite everything in the code. Now we'll scroll up. You add the missing references, so right click on the references, click add reference. Under projects, select remoting interface and click OK. We are also going to add this reference, so right click on references again, select assemblies, select system Windows forms. Check on it and click OK. We are going to add another one, system runtime remoting. So right click on references again, click add reference. Under assemblies, look for system runtime remoting and check on it, click OK. Scroll down to see if there are any more red underlines. So hover over this and then select click on show potential fixes and click on using system Windows input. Scroll down and see if there are any more. One more here, so hover your mouse over there and click on show potential fixes. Select using system Windows input, double click on it. Keep on scrolling and see if there's any more red underlines. So that's all, everything is fixed. So let's save it and I'll explain the code. So this keylogger client is this combination of two different code. It is a combination of the client rat for remoting together with the client keylogger. So over here you will see that this is a console based application, which is one we did for the keylogger client in the previous sessions. Now over here is combination of the remoting part. So this part comes from the keylogger client remoting. And you will see we have put IP address of the virtual host, which is the VirtualBox host IP address. To get this number, this IP address, you open up your command terminal and then type ipconfig. And then look for the adapter for the VirtualBox and you will see that it's 192.168.56.1. You will only get this if you have set your VirtualBox to host only networking. So I'll remind you again, click on your virtual machine settings. We have done this before. Click on add network and enable network adapter. Select host only adapter. So once you have selected that, you will get your IP address for the virtual host, which is this one. If you prefer not to use VirtualBox for testing, then you don't have to do that. Instead, just put this as the loopback address which is 127.0.0.1. Now this part is coming from the keylogger, and this part is for the email timer. This is all the email keylogger, so it's the same as before. This is her email part. So this is something new. This is the on time event. So whenever the timer event is triggered every 15 milliseconds, it will try to call this method remotely, which is on the server, and then it will call the get keystrokes function to retrieve the content of the keystroke text file and send it over to the server. It will also call the get command method on the server to see if there's any command which it needs to execute. Then if the server is not up, it will just sleep for 5 seconds and try again. And then over here, after it retrieves the command remotely and saves the string into the command string, here it will check the content of the command. If the command contains the string stop client, then it will exit. It will terminate itself and then exit. This part is the get keystrokes part. So I've modified this to remove the email messaging. So instead of sending email, right now all we do is we just open this file and read the contents and save it to the log content string. And then over here we craft the message that we want to send over to the server. So we are just getting the IP addresses, getting the time, and then over here this is the IP address which is assigned to the client host. And over here we are just extracting the username, the login username, and then creating the string and appending it to the message body. So over here is going to add all these new lines to the time so that it will go to a new line inside the message itself. And here is where we append the log contents that we read from the keystrokes file. And finally we return the entire thing as a string. So this string will be returned to the caller of this function, which is up here. So it will get back a string that contains the entire message body, which you are going to send over to the server. So once you call this function, it will send this string to the server. So that corresponds to this part of the architecture. So the client calls the method on the server, send keystroke, and appends the string that it has read from the file. So this is how it works. So now we can build it. So we save it first and then build keylogger client read. Build has started and succeeded, and there are no errors. So this brings us to the conclusion of this practical walkthrough. In the next one, we are going to test it out. Thank you for watching.